Hi, my name is Christine Malfair of Malfair Marketing. I provide hotel marketing services, and today's video is about the ugliest C word in business. And I'm going to also share a strategy and approach how to overcome that ugly C word. So let's jump in. First things first. If I hold my finger up here, I can see my finger, but I can't really clearly see everything that's going on behind my finger or around it, at least not in very clear detail. I can see some of the pieces that are there, but not really in high definition what is going on around outside of my finger. And so I do this in this little quick exercise to make a point that we are so busy in our businesses with the distractions of the day that it is very easy for all the things to become quite blurry when we're not focusing on one thing. And so a mentor of mine shared this little phrase that packs a punch. And he said, diluted focus equals diluted results. And when I heard that the first time, it really struck me. I thought, wow, that is so true. And really, since that time, I've been battling for focus, as I'm sure you are as well. And so I'm going to share with you how this shows up in our business when we're not focusing on our customer. So the results of diluted focus often show up like this. Businesses constantly looking at the competition's pricing, so competing and selling on price, selling to anyone without clearly defining who their target audience is or who their best client fit would be, making assumptions about clients and what they want, and no differentiation in brand or amongst the competition. So I'm going to say it. I'm going to say that C word. And it's not cheap, it's commoditization. Really, it's a terrible word, but there's so much of it in our business world. And so what does commoditization look like? Well, the experience is standardized and undifferentiated. The competition is, I mentioned, primarily based on price rather than unique features, quality, or brand. And the guest can't really see any difference between you or the other businesses in your market. These are indicators that commoditization has moved in. Have you ever had trouble deciding between two products? You can't tell what the better value is other than the price is different. And so as a buyer, you feel maybe I'm going to make the wrong choice because I can't really tell how one is better than the other. Which one is better for me? So in our daily lives, we face commoditized product decisions every day. But in a business that's caught in commoditization, they'll suffer from pressure on profit margins. So that means that you might be making some money. Well, obviously, you're not charging top dollar. Things cost in the middle and your profit margins are impacted. The other factor is loss of brand identity and value. As a result of profit margin pressure, you have to reduce your amenities, your services, your experience, maybe your staffing. And over time, there becomes an erosion of staff and team culture. And as a result, the hotel becomes, or the business becomes, one of many offering a similar experience at a similar price. But there is a way through. There is a way out of this. Whoops. So I'm sure we've all had a time when we've struggled to differentiate our business from the competition. And that might be even just talking to other people in business about our business, or it might be writing marketing copy or something else or selling. Certainly, we've been frustrated in sales trying to compete on price alone. So I coined a phrase, and the phrase is, a commodity can't exist when a brand persists. And it's a phrase that I use to always stay focused on the brand. When you stand out as a differentiated product, you can't become a commodity because why? Well, because the customer has a difficult time putting you side by side with anyone. They can't see the price to value ratio isn't equally compared. And so what do you do when you understand your price to value ratio? Well, you sell it, you promote it, you talk about it everywhere. So what do you need to put into action? Well, we're going to break down the price to value ratio. So the price is what the guest pays. The value is what the guest receives. And so that's it, price and value. Poor price to value ratio means if the price goes up, but the value doesn't, then you have a value separation. The guest doesn't see the value and is likely to complain, or worse, never return to your business, and they're going to tell all of their friends and family why. And this is what it looks like. People get upset, price to value ratios, obviously complaints, bad reviews, hands flying around in the air like Howie here. But a good price to value ratio is when the value the guest receives outweighs the price that they pay for it in their mind. And that is the most important element, in their mind. So even if you keep your prices high, you need to deliver the value, you have success. So the hotel or the business that has a good price to value ratio will not spend as much on marketing costs because they will have a great online rating. They will have friends to spread the word for them. And that is really the business holy grail. So think of value of more than things that they get, like in a hotel scenario, guests get a room, they get gym access, breakfast, spa access. But if you thought of value as an overall package, what they get is your signature experience and the thing that you do well that helps them live life better. So how do you get clear on your value? Well, I'm going to tell you about that in a second. So there's a couple ways that you can evaluate your price to value ratio. One way is to go through your guest reviews and find out what actually people are commenting on, because what they value is what they're going to write about. So check frequencies for certain categories or certain amenities or features or aspects of your business, either its service or the products that you offer or the overall experience. The ease of working with you, those types of things. So that's one, going through your guest reviews. The other one is going in, this one actually shows up really nicely in hotels, particularly I work with a client, and they go all in on two things. One is friendly and caring service, and a free breakfast that exceeds their expectations. And so the nice part about exceeding their expectations is that we talk about what the guests don't have to do to get that breakfast. So they don't have to figure out where to go for breakfast in this resort community. They don't have to figure out, well, which way am I going to go to get there? They don't have to sweep their car off. Hello, cold winters. They don't have to figure out, well, how do we choose a place where everybody's going to get something that they want for a family of four? And then they don't even have to pay for that family of four, and they don't have to wait, and they can get to the ski hill faster. And so there's a whole lot of the value is actually what I don't have to do. And that is worth paying for. And so there's two tips there, looking in your guest reviews, looking at what guests don't have to do. And then the third tip would be looking at what your guests actually love, talking to them directly, finding out from your staff, getting ideas of how while you understand your guests and what they would really appreciate. So you want to increase the value. You can also increase your price. So it's not so much about pricing as it is positioning and keeping that value or price to value ratio in the positive, in the green check mark area, I like to say. So the results, how price to value shows up is that you can charge higher rates than your competitive set. You can get to the top of the reviews in your area, and you can be one of the busiest businesses in your market. All three goals we're all looking to achieve. Watching this video, I hope that you found it really helpful. If you want to connect with me, I'm on LinkedIn or at malfairmarketing.com. Thanks. Have a great day.